It is the Wrestlingus show, ladies and gentlemen. The show that you love to hate. Faust, I was going to say something else, but I pull back.
The guys.
The two guys you love to hate. Now, we're not in the Billy category. You should see, Faust. I have a thing out there on the Dirty Sheets X, right? And I tweeted out, it's time for Pound Ask Billy.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Ask Billy anything. It's one of those. And we're going to do a show. People have questions. So whoever wants to use the pound, do that. And I look, and there was like one person by the other day that have asked a question. And I'm just like, one fucking person. So I go to it today, and I'm going to retweet it, put it out there again. And one guy who likes to fucking give shots, right? He goes, here's my question. Why doesn't he take Cav's advice and just end this show? Obviously by me looking at the pound, and there's only one question that has gone on so far. Obviously, Billy's just doing this to keep his ego going. Why bother? So that's one of the questions. I'm like, yeah, nobody's asked the fucking thing. Because another one went, it's on Apple, right? They're like, they're fucked.
Yeah.
Billy just goes, who doesn't have Apple? And I'm like, people don't. It is true. I agree that, Apple is the way and we should all have Apple. But it is true. Not everybody has Apple because they all say, get a fucking Patreon, which I've been fucking yelling. I don't know why you wouldn't get a fucking Patreon. Right. And so whatever. It's not a show that can keep doing anyway. So what do I care? Anyway, this is the Wrestlingus show. We are on patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. I'm Cav. He is Fausti.
That's me.
And we finally get to have our large announcement. A very large, very deep announcement.
We're not going to push it back into the show?
No, we finally have locked this thing in. So we are going to be on a network. This show, the Wrestlingus show, which will be the full show, ladies and gentlemen. So those who are on Patreon, we will tell you what you are still getting for being on Patreon. If you want to bail from Patreon and you only give a shit about hearing the wrestling shows, right? You only want to hear the AEW review in its entirety. You only want to hear WWE in its entirety. You can do that for quote unquote free on the network we will be on. And I'm going to tell you where that is that you can listen to. However, if you'd like to hear our pay-per-view reviews, they will still be exclusively on this patreon.com/Lingus Mafia. Still the same price. There will be no commercials in these shows that we do, the WWE review, the AEW review. On the platform we are going on, they will be chocked full of commercials. But if you don't mind to push that fast forward button, and all you care to do is hear about Raw, SmackDown. Now let me go through the 50 AEW.
I was going to say, or you listen to the commercials and you support our advertisers. Nobody does that.
Yeah, I know who the fuck that. My finger has blisters. And then you would listen to Collision, Dynamite, and Rampage for AEW. All of those will be on in their entirety over there. You could still get video on our Patreon if you want to watch the before and after the shows are done and just watch us do the talking thing. You hook it up to your TV, watch our beautiful faces and see my background and see Faust has no background.
I got a snowman up here. See Frosty right here?
Fausty the Snowman. Faust on the show. There you go. So yeah, you're still going to get all that commercial free stuff on our Patreon. However, on the other network, you will have the main shows, like we said, just not the pay-per-views. Exclusive to our Patreon is where you're going to get the pay-per-views. What is the name of the network, Faust, that we are going to?
It is called the Creative Control Network.
I knew it, but I want to see if you.
Oh, you're testing me.
I was testing you, Faust. I was pretty sure I knew it. And that is Joe Feeney's network.
Yep.
So he will be getting advertisers and everything like that for us over there. And we've worked everything out to where we will be sending him the show and have a new graphic, a new logo for our show. And Faust will be working on and doing that. And it'll be easier to find. So eventually, where you listen to this on our free feed at Lingus Mafia, when you look up, all our stuff's on there, you're not going to find these wrestling shows on that feed starting the first week of January. That is when it is going to be exclusive on Joe Feeney's feed. He's going to have it on Spreaker, which will be everywhere you get your podcast. You could still look it up. You could either look up Creative Control Network, and if you subscribe to that by itself, you get all the shows on his network, right? Everything will be on there. Mm-hmm. Or if you look up Wrestlingus Show, and that is going to be spelled differently than you are used to, because we could never get anybody to
10 years, but
it is going to be spelled the way it sounds. It is going to be called Wrestling.
No.
I do it every time. Wrestle. It's going to be called Wrestlingus Show. It's going to be multiple words for it, and I still can't do it. And it's a normal name now, Faust.
Yeah, just say it how you normally do. Wrestlingus,
but it'll just be wrestling show by the end of this fucking.
It's not too late.
No, I refuse. Wrestlingus. So you're going to spell out wrestle, and then you're going to have a space, and you're going to say lingus, and then you're going to say show, and you'll be able to find it. I will still put for probably the first month, just little me popping on our normal feed saying, if you're looking for the Wrestlingus Show, go type it in and you will find it on the Joe Feeney Creative Control Network, because it is not here anymore and it will be over there. So no terrible difference unless you are a free bird. You need to go find it. However, there are famous shows on his
we'll be bumping elbows with such luminaries as the Taskmaster Kevin Sullivan, Bobby Fish, Tom Pritchard, and others.
And those who are not that famous like us.
That's why I didn't say the names, because I don't know who this Paz guy is.
No,
we know Husey.
Hey, we know Husey. You know Husey. So here's the thing: it's going to be a competition. Who gets the most downloads? And we're going to get the most downloads eventually. People need to know us. They will fucking flock. And I told old fucking Joey, I said to him, be prepared. Be prepared to have wrestlers come to him and complain about us. Now, this is going to be everybody's favorite show. We know this is going to fucking happen. I got to fucking, when I have something to go for and a nice, strive for something, I'm going to bust my fucking ass to be number one. And I have said to him, I have always said, all we need is ears. I just need fucking ears. He will be then promoting it on the Conan show. More people come to us. Eventually, people acquire a taste fest. They like ball busting. This isn't going to be, there's a beautiful hammerlock. This is the show you've always loved. There is not going to be any difference in this fucking show. We will be cursing. We will be talking shit on people if people fuck it up. See, that's the thing too, is like I told Joe, I go, it's not like we say things about the wrestlers that are in more like their real life. It's the work they're doing or the character they're doing, right. Or, we're making fun of the fucking writing, the product, all that shit. So, I'm not going, I hate this person personally. Although, if I do, Faust, hate somebody, I got no problem to say I hate this fucking person. I don't care. Trying to think of somebody I fucking hate. I don't know why I would hate somebody, but
right.
Whatever. I don't even fucking know the fucking guy. But if they want to get in our ass, Faust, hate will grow. And I will then dedicate an entire show to that person. But I had said, the first person who fucking complains about our show in the famous wrestling world and say, they said this about me on that show, God be with them. I'll do the Undertaker line, Faust. Give your fucking soul to the Lord because your ass belonged to me. they will be relentlessly destroyed on this show if they say that, because you will know they are soft as fuck and can't take ball busting, which is this show. So anyway, until the first week of January, no need to go do anything. We will tell you when that is. I will have the little PSA on our thing that says go over there if you want to hear it. Yada yada. And eventually we're going to be their number one show on the network, Faust. Much like a hero from my lifetime, Fausti, Howard Stern, the prior. I don't say now. Don't cross me up, Faust. I know when things have gotten bad. We will be number one, and we will be